Okay, guys, how is it going today? This is Jen Glidden coming to you live from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I am really excited because I found a way that you can cash in on your passion easier than ever before. So I just want to give you some examples of something that you would never expect you could really make money from, and how it's just absolutely amazing. So true or false? I mean, maybe you don't even believe this yet, that you can make money doing what you love. And today, that's what I'm here to share with you. So I just heard about this. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. But there's an organization called Bronies, or these are bros, guys who like My Little Pony. And when I heard about this, it was kind of amusing, but I had no idea how huge it was. So I looked it up on Facebook. This one Bronies page has over 64,000 followers. Now, they have an annual convention that started a few years ago. This convention has probably this year, so last year they had 9,600 attendees. This year I would expect they'll probably have more. This year it's happening in August, okay? This is June right now, and I took a screenshot of their registration page. They're already sold out of all of their top ticket registrations. Okay, so I'm giving this to you as an example of how much money people are willing to spend on their hobbies, on their passions, on things where they feel like they're part of a community. So here the tickets start at $70 for a 3-day pass, and they just go up from there up to $2,000. Now, on the page, you can go to Bronycon.org, I believe it is, and check out what all those different tickets offer. But it's extensive, right? There is a lot of opportunity to make money. So let's just figure that this event, one time a year, is making at least $1 million, okay? But the thing about events is there's a lot that goes into them. There's all the time, the planning, the execution, all the little details of, people's name tags and all the seating and getting the schedule together and getting the stage set up right and everything that you'll need to support the speakers and programs, you name it. There's a lot that needs to be done, ordering the gear, things like that. So the money, usually when you're planning an event like this, you have to put out money in advance to reserve the venue, to pay for any catering requirements or things like that. There's a lot of money that goes up front to put on a big event like this. Now, also you may have to pay speakers and things like that. Energy, obviously, it's very energy intensive. You're going to need a huge team of people depending on how big the event is. But even if it's just a smaller event, you're probably going to need a few people to assist you. The logistics, of the event itself, and then also all the travel arrangements for the participants. You need to open up hotel blocks, and there's a lot that goes into planning an event. Even if it's going to be a profitable event, a lot of events kind of just break even. This event, I have a feeling, is pretty profitable because they've figured out how to leverage the back end, but and we can go into more of that on another webinar. But one of the other things about the big event model is that the cash flow is very erratic. You've got a lot of money going out in the front end, and then you have money coming in, a lot of it all at one time. So it's hard to really predict when the money's going to come in. When the money's going to go out, but when the money's going to come in, that's the challenge. So the big event model is not really ideal for a lot of people who just want to passively make money, maybe in a couple hours a day from home. So what's another way to do this? What's another way to attract fanatics, to attract the hobbyists, to attract people who love a certain topic and are willing to pay for it, but without all the hassles, without all the headaches? And that is the membership model. online. You can do this online. A lot of physical products and services that I bet you could think of offer monthly subscriptions. For example, your cell phone, any of your utilities. Now, more and more, I see the auto ship model being applied on things like protein powders, or even if you go to Amazon and order some sort of grocery or laundry detergent, something like that, they're going to offer you a small discount to get on the subscription, right? So having that regular cash flow, the regular customers, that's a really valuable way to stabilize your cash flow and also attract customers to you so that they'll stick. So the only thing that you really have to do is provide content on a weekly or monthly basis usually. And that's something that either you can do personally, or you can have guest contributors, or you can even outsource it for a very, very low cost. So, and then you just let it grow. You just attract more and more members, let members tell other members, and let it grow. But here's an example. Let's say you had 5 fans or hobbyists a week joining your site and paying $30 a month because your content inside was valuable to them. The first month you'd make $600. The second month you'd make $120. So that's just in 2 months, you'd have made $1,800. Now, this is just math. I'm not making any guarantees. Honestly, if you change the numbers, let's say you change it to $100 a month. Let's say you're in a niche that people are willing to really spend money. For example, if you have expertise in selling on Amazon right now, I know that you can easily charge people $100 a month to join a mastermind with you, and people will gladly pay to learn from people who are getting results. So it doesn't take long to make $1,000 a month when you're bringing in $100 per person, right? That's just 10 people. So, and if you can keep that growing, then it's a really nice passive income source, or close to passive. So if it can work for Bronies, there are a lot of niches that this can work for. It can work for CrossFit, gardening. I mean, gardening is the most popular hobby in America. So there are a lot of passionate people about African violets or orchids, or you name it. You name that specific, what are the little plants called? Bonsai trees, a bonsai membership site. So whatever your hobby is, you can monetize it with this sort of model. If you're into some sort of fitness or nutrition, diet, maybe you don't like to cook. For a while, I was subscribed to a once a month cooking site. Woodworking, whatever your favorite subject or hobby is, you can get this membership model working for you. So the benefits are that you set it up once, and then you just add content on whatever the time frame is that you've specified. And then money. Money is a lot less to set up a membership site than if you are setting up an event, right? So it can be as little as $10 for a domain name, and that gets you going, or it can be significantly more. If you set up a custom site, it could be $2,000 to have a custom membership site set up for you. So it all depends on what you're doing and how you're doing it. The amount of energy that you need to put into it really depends on the platform. But actually, I have a friend who was running a fly trap membership site, and so it was something he was doing anyways all the time, and so he was getting paid for his passion. Team, you can either do it all by yourself, or you can bring a couple people on. You can bring other people who are passionate about the topic and compensate, are far going to be consistent and growing the content creation. That's really where you're providing the value. That is the basis for the membership fee that is going to pay you on a monthly basis. It can be blog posts, it can be videos, it can be downloads, it can be podcasts, it can be a combination of all of those. Whatever is most applicable to your audience, most digestible, however you like to get the information across, that's a great way to provide the content. Like I said, it can be created by anyone. It doesn't have to be created by you. It could even be already created and you just monetize it by putting it on your site. So if the topic is your passion, then you're going to have a lot of ideas right from the start in terms of what kind of content you want to put in it. And the thing is, as you go through time, the site is going to get more and more valuable because you're going to continue adding content to it. And the members, maybe you start out with a lower membership fee to attract members, but as you grow the content, as you grow the membership base and engagement, then you can raise the price, So, and that's just increasing your income. It's fantastic. So some of the drawbacks of membership sites, if it was so easy, why wouldn't everyone do it, right? Well, depending on the platform you use, it can be a little bit complicated. You can need techie skills. I've set up a membership site. It took me weeks and it wasn't particularly easy. There were a lot of little technological glitches along the way. There's a lot that goes into it, a lot of different steps. You've got to get your domain name and then host it on a website, install WordPress or whatever software you're going to use, get the membership plugins going, get the graphics put together to make it look pretty, security plugins so that people aren't hacking into your site, payment integration so that you get paid and there aren't any issues there, content hosting because generally you can't just host the content on the site itself, depending who your host is, content creation. So there's a lot that can go into it. But there are also a lot of pre-made solutions. There are membership sites out there that make it pretty easy to just get up and running. Now, some of them are pretty expensive off the bat, in terms of what your membership potential income is, they may not be significantly expensive, but there is that recurring fee, and if you close down your account to stop paying the recurring fee, then you lose your membership site and your members. So that's one option. Another option is the mass entry sort of site where you can get up and running. You can put your content out there for people, but there are a whole bunch of other trainers and membership sites on that site, over 30,000, the one I'm thinking of. And so there's a lot of competition. You aren't really able to brand, you aren't really able to market, you aren't really able to monetize on the back end the way that you can with your own site. And so there's a lack of control over what you can really do with it. And depending on how big you're able to grow your membership site, which is really only a matter of, getting the word out there, then those things become a lot more important to you. So in the long run, it's really nice to have more control. Now, there is a new option that you can set up in a couple minutes for a one-time fee, and then you have the control. You don't need all the techie concerns. It's already set up for you, and you can just hit the ground running and start putting content in. So the next step is attracting the new members. I will talk more about those options down the road, but the next step is attracting the new members. A full step-by-step marketing plan is what it's going to take, because if you build a site out in the desert, people aren't just going to come to it. They've got to know it's there. So getting the word out about your membership site is how you're going to attract those members, how you're going to create that passive income. Depending on your friends hanging out. And I have a very comprehensive document that assists you in determining where you're going to best spend your marketing efforts. So SmartMember is the software that I'm talking about where you can essentially get set up with the push of a button. Very straightforward, very simple. You have the total control over your branding, your members, your content. You can monetize it on the back end. It's a one-time purchase, but only if you're buying before June 22nd. After that, it's a monthly fee. It's a reasonable monthly fee. There's a ton of value. It's very worthwhile. But right now, if you're watching this video and it's before June 22nd, you want to jump on this because there are a lot of bonuses that are also offered before June 22nd. So you can do it from the comfort of your home, just like we talked about, in a couple hours a week. There's training on how to grow your membership provided, and there's training on how to get the content instantly or very inexpensively. I'm going to be offering that. Now, when you buy through my link, you're going to get 8 bonuses, and I may even be throwing in more. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about this. So the first one is Booming Biz Branding. This is a course that I personally created on how to get up and running just from scratch, how to create your brand, get your logo for free to $100, whatever kind of scope you want to use. But generally, you can actually create your logo for free and have your brand up and running in less than an hour. So this training is included with my bonus package. Now, the next training is a group mastermind. I'm going to be holding a group mastermind where we can connect with other people who are going to be building their membership sites, where we can share ideas, just leverage off of one another to really bring more value to your specific audience. So bonus number 3 is outsourcing training. Now, outsourcing is something that I've been doing for 6 or 7 years now. Essentially, I have hired people for as little as $2 an hour to do quality work for me on a variety of different projects, and I am happy to share my knowledge of how you can do the same thing to build your site, to provide value to your members so that you aren't having to do it all on your own. They do all the work, you make all the money. Now, of course, it's not as easy as just you doing it, but it can be easier than just you doing it. So if you've never done it before, you may be uncomfortable with the idea, but it really pays off in the long run. So number 4 is cherry pick your people. This is what I was talking about in terms of finding out where your people are. Where on social media can you reach them to draw them into your membership site? So that will also be included as a bonus. Passionate people, pay-per-click, how to draw people to your site for just pennies, so that you just start building your audience overnight. Total niche authority. This is the long-term game plan. Okay, it's a mind map that shows you exactly what all in the long run you can do to really build your passive income and dominate your niche with authority. So bonus number 7 is a 30-minute one-on-one coaching session with me. This is where we'll talk on the phone or Skype, whatever's most convenient for you, and determine specific steps to grow your membership site and recurring passive revenue. Now, just so you know, this is not just specific to people living in the US. You can live anywhere in the world and create a membership site using SmartMember and start making money with it. Bonus number 8 is the membership income explosion. The income doesn't stop with membership fees. I'm going to show you how you can monetize the back end of your site, even if you're offering a free site, how you can allow it to make money passively for you. All you have to do is go to freedombrain.com/smartbonus. You can click the link there. That will take you to the SmartMember site to purchase. So again, it's push button setup membership site, no monthly fees if you buy it before June 22nd. You're also going to get a bonus from Chris, who's the creator of SmartMember. Bridge pages, that on its own is worth $300. Live event tickets, 2 of them worth $200 a piece, $200 or $300 a piece. And then my bonus package, which is easily worth over $1,000. So all of that at freedombrain.com/smartbonus. Again, these are my bonuses personally. I've got my numbers a little jumbled up. There were 7 there. Booming Biz Branding, Group Mastermind, Outsourcing Training, Cherry Picker People, Passionate People, Pay-Per-Click, Total Niche Authority, 30-minute one-on-one coaching session, and I'll be adding more. So you can get that at freedombrain.com/smartbonus. And I look forward to connecting with you. If you have questions about this, be sure and connect with me on Facebook or send me an email. Happy to talk more about it with you. This is a very solid way, low time commitment, great revenue, passive income stream possibilities. So I hope you found this training valuable, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Again, go to the site, freedombrain.com/smartbonus. Pick it up today. Grab those bonuses. They're going to make a huge difference in your life. So talk to you soon. Okay.